man. So I'm about to react to this one. It seemed like they actually scaled to see how big the PS5 is. All right. And we had a lot of people on my last video where I reacted. You know, I'm an Xbox fanboy. You know, when I reacted and say, yo, this is a tower. And a lot of people, oh, it's not a tower. You couldn't put it laid down. Yeah, I could put my tower laid down too and still game. It doesn't take away from it being a tower. But let's go by the people that know about gaming more than me, because I just hold it in game. Who cares about the specs? All right. From what I've been hearing, they actually build up. But let's get it. A lot of people in the comments, oh, the tower. There ain't no tower. Look at it laid down, dumbass.
So the PlayStation 5 has finally been revealed in what's been described as the largest live stream presentation for any game console, like, ever. Anything gaming, it seems. This was the biggest. And I have to say, while the PlayStation 5 system itself is certainly polarizing, I am absolutely fascinated with this design and how they are making it all work. All right, so we might have later on at some point as a video where I do my best to deep dive into the overall console from what we know now and try to determine how it's even put together, because its shape and its design certainly reflects a lot of decisions that Sony had to make in R&D. And something that we saw during that live stream, of course, was the PlayStation 5, but I don't necessarily think a lot of us, when we were first seeing it, realized how big the PlayStation 5 really is. Now, looking at the front of the PlayStation 5, there are a few things that we can use to try to scale and figure out the size of it relative to other systems that have come out before it. The biggest one you can use is the USB Type-A port on the front, as those are standard size, since you, of course, would put a USB cable or a flash drive or something into it, so it pretty much has to be the same size across the board. The disk drive is another thing. However, the outline of the disk drive can be larger or smaller by generally millimeters, but it can still kind of throw off the whole thing of trying to scale it up and figure out the size of the system. But there were people on Reddit who decided to take the system and try to measure it out and figure all of this out. And then I saw also people on different forums like Reset Era and others that tried to come together and continue to compare it. And we now have what's been put together as an image that's pretty much like a lineup of all the systems. And people, I think, will be surprised at how much bigger the PlayStation 5 is than a lot of us were expecting it to be when we first saw it, especially next to like
the USB
the
drive
DualSense
and the
controller.
disk drive
If you go back and look at it now, next to that DualSense,
size.
yeah, it looks a bit bigger now. Now you're thinking about it that way. But check this out. This is the lineup that was put together online. I'll link down below to the Reddit post that's being shared around for this image, so you can also check it out, like this big blown up image. It's fairly large, and you can kind of scroll through it. But the biggest thing here is, of course, a lot of us looked at that Series X and we said, wow, that is quite a thick system, I guess is what everyone was saying.
Definitely.
And it is. It still is. If you look at it next to any of these here, it is much wider than any of these. I mean, it's close, I guess, to the PlayStation 3, but that had like rounded off edges and all of this. No. The Xbox Series X is just like a brick. It's like a cinder block, right? So you can see how much taller the PlayStation 5 is than everything.
It's crazy how design, how y'all talk about design so much, y'all PS people, man. I've been in the PS, because I pretty much had all the consoles beside the PS3, because it was damn near too expensive at the time for me. But y'all talk about it like, oh, we always got the best designs. Look at that PS3. Really? Then y'all started to copy Xbox with this simple brick design. Xbox been always dropping bricks after the 360, you know, because they start focusing more on, you know, having a lot of air go through the system. But let's continue.
That really surprised me is the original Xbox One VCR, which is a big system. If you put it on its side, it's a bit surprising. I mean, it's there with the PlayStation 3, but once again, it is just a brick. Like, it's not curved or anything, and it kind of gives this illusion that it is larger than it really is. No, it's just a brick. It's a lot of empty space inside because Microsoft was concerned, I think, with overheating possibilities after what they experienced with the Xbox 360. But Take a look here. This is the PlayStation 5 compared to the other systems, and it being so much taller than even the George Foreman grill PlayStation 3
I know where I'll be putting
was
that.
a bit surprising.
If I get it.
However, you can go right now if you have an
move my
Xbox
router.
One or an Xbox One X or even a 360, which, as people are starting
got
to
a
point
router
out,
spot
the
for it.
PS5 has a striking
Big-ass
resemblance, specifically the all-digital one, to the 360 when you look at it straight up.
Really?
Like, head on.
It looks like the 360.
It really does. But you can see on the front they used the disk drive and then the USB Type A, because you can take it, scale it between all of the systems with the different renderings, and it appears that the PS5, instead of going width-wise, they decided to just build up. So they basically did build a tower. Now this, of course...
What? How many people was in my comment section when I say it was a tower? What do you say? They basically did what?
So they basically did build a tower. Now...
Huh? Only a tower. Look at it laying down. I could lay down on my computer right now and play it. It's still a tower. This Xbox One Series X is a tower, but it could lay down too. I mean, it's gonna be broad as hell. It lay down still. I mean, it's damn near a tower laying down, but you can lay down. I said it's a tower. Of course, you got the convenience of laying it down. They're gonna give you that. It's not gonna do anything to it, but it's gonna be better if it stands up. Trust me, man. So let's go back by some people who knows about stuff instead of your sensitive egos. Oh, it's not a tower. How you gonna talk about it as a tower? Stop.
Width-wise, they decided to just build up. So they basically did build a tower. Now this, of course, brings up a lot of questions about how it will fit into, well, people's entertainment centers. I think it'll fit fine, and I guess because they built upwards, they figured, hey, they can put it next to the TV on the side. There'll probably be some racks that are released that let you kind of hang it next to your TV. It's supposed to be able to lay sideways as well, and I guess they're going to have a horizontal stand from what I'm hearing, unless it's the one that they were also sitting it on vertically, and it's designed to also accept
it's not that
the
big,
PS5
though.
when you lay it on its side. But then you got to consider how, I mean, seriously, this is a big guy, and it's going to be laying horizontally much wider than even like the Xbox One or the PlayStation 3. It still looks very sleek without that disk drive kind of on the side for the physical version. The all-digital one, I still believe, is the one that Sony designed initially, and then they realized, oh, we got to put a disk drive on this thing somewhere.
Yeah.
Slap it on the right side and push it out the door, I guess. But clearly, Microsoft was not joking that in order to make all of this work, they pretty much had to build a tower. And, I mean, Sony did the same thing, really. They just dressed it up a bit differently. Microsoft just said, hey.
What? Huh? There you go calling it a tower again. How can you call it a tower again?
All of this work, they pretty much had to build a tower. And, I mean, Sony did the same thing, really. They just dressed it up a bit differently. Microsoft just said, hey, make a brick and put it out there. That's just the way it is. Sony at least tried to get a bit creative, and they created something that...
Xbox ain't care. Xbox care about performance. They ain't care about the look. Drop a black box. We ain't care. Make sure that it getting good, air going through it. Good airflow. So ain't no overheating. So everything could work just fine. That's what we want. That's what we want from the most powerful system.
That people are either side of the fence here with this thing. There's very few people in the middle that are just like, yeah, it looks all right. It is designed to be bold, and it's designed to be a conversation starter, center of attention in the living room kind of thing.
It's always funny
we'll see how that plays out for Sony.
It's always funny how people care so much about this
how this thing is put together.
Man.
So I'm going to look over a lot of the renderings myself.
I just said a tower in my last video. You see the comments. That was the thing everyone focused on. I spoke about so many other things. I was like, yeah, it's a tower. So much people like, oh, yeah, no tower. You see the first one. People, yeah, I see it showing of it laying down. Yes, I could lay my PC down too. It's still a tower. We just lay down.
See if I can figure out anything else about this, specifically the cooling, because I think I was on the right track when I was looking at that patent and saying that they were going to continue using that kind of 2 active zone setup for cooling. This is showing that to be more and more the case here. But let me know what you guys think about this down below. I saw this image and I said, wow, it is much larger than I thought initially. I think people looked at that and thought it was more like I guess an Xbox One X kind of size at first, and then you start to see it compared to these, and it's a big guy. It is a big system. Thanks guys for watching. Make sure you like the video and about it.
All right, man. I just thought I should just check this video out, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I just thought, let me check it out. Let me see if, you know, the size. The way people be talking and bashing. Oh, it's so big. That's what PlayStation people. Oh, it's so big. Now you know what they say. Oh, look at the design, so futuristic. I just said, oh, it's a tower. A tower? You see they're showing the picture that's laying down. What are you talking about, tower? You stupid. I'm like, bro, it's a tower. You're laying down. It's still a tower. Y'all so sensitive over a tower comment. It cracks me up, man. And the thing is, most likely I'm going to get all of them. That's how I got all of them damn near in every generation. Beside the PS3, I couldn't afford it. I'm sorry. I just couldn't. But beside that, I've been getting all the consoles, man. I don't own damn near most of these consoles you're looking at. To be quite honest, well, at different levels. I didn't get all, but at every level, they didn't even show the PS1 and the PS2 here. I had those. Like, anyways, man, let me know what y'all think. Your boy Sim, make sure like, share, subscribe, and let me know what y'all think about the video. Yo, bless. Peace.